I say, my tea was cooking all night. So I had to just drop the tea. And like I say, you guys, when you come back to this, when you come into this chat, make sure you say, good morning. Welcome back, Grandma. Turn out we having Fashion Over Sweet Tea this morning. You can say hello, Grandma. Hello, Sweet Teacup. You can say hello, Mom, Mother, Sis, Sister, Auntie, Cousin. You can say Miss Lolo, because that's my name. Stop playing with me. Capital L-O, capital L-O. Bam. Always been called Lolo, baby. As long as I was old enough to say, huh? Okay, like I say, you guys, I'm here for entertainment this morning. Why? Because I love me some Fashion Nova, baby. And I love my goddaughter. Shout out to Big Royalty. And I am here to entertain you. YouTube said I can. And we all know allegedly the things that I say are my words, my views, my thoughts, how I feel. So get out of your feelings. Got a problem with it? Talk to it with your mammy. That's what just what the old people used to say back in the day. There's a little cut to your house. I can't lie to you. Listen, my mom, one of my mama's best friends, and I love her. And she literally would call our phone. See, I come from where when you call on the phone, you had the phone where you had to put your little finger in the little hole that had numbers. You know, we got some clowns out here. I'm going to troll a little bit. I ain't Sweet Teacup. We got some clowns that don't know how to count the 1 to 3 because they went into the store allegedly and they say 2 for $3. And instead of them getting 2 candy bars and you pay $3, they got 3 candy bars. And I guess they only had $2. I'm sorry, you guys. If I don't troll, I ain't Sweet Teacup. Get out of your feelings. Tell your mammy. But back to me saying, shout out to her. She used to call the house. And we had one of those phones. And it was black. Because, you know, back then, you used to could get them in like a color yellow, pink, and blue. Or you got the one that you got for free. See, a long time ago, what you all didn't know, I was born in the 60s. I was born in 1963. So let me give you some wisdom and show you, I'm just saying, how the world was better when it came to money. Everybody got a free phone. And that basic free phone was black. It was black. And like I say, you put your little finger in it and then you put your finger in the hole, and then you push it down to each number until you dial the number. That's the kind of phone we had. And then they had a cord. Now, some of the phones, let me tell you how they did it back in the day. See, some of the phones had long cords, short cords, or medium cords. Now, if your phone didn't come with a long cord, you literally, see, back then, I can only say in the state of Florida. I'm going to educate you in Duval. We had a phone company called back then when I was young, it was called, I believe it was called Southern Bell. But then when I became a young adult, they switched it to Bell South. Look how they keep it in the South of Florida. You don't know anything about the South of Florida, you better wake up, baby. You better wake up, just look in the history book, look up South. Because slavery was real big in the South of Florida. But anyway, you can go to the phone company, which was downtown. If you don't know anything about Duval, baby, we used to have a downtown. And the reason it was called downtown, I guess it means because you had to walk down. You ever been to somebody's hometown and say uptown? And I never could understood what that means. Why is yours say uptown when mine say downtown? Because I guess when you went to their little town, you walk up. It must have been a hill, I guess. But in Duval, it was called downtown. Everything was centered downtown, baby, back in the 60s. Everything. You hear me? We didn't have any malls and shopping malls then. It was just downtown. But we had this company called Southern Bell, and you can go there, and everybody got a free phone. We even have phone books. Can you believe that? Listen, these phone books used to be so thick. Now, see, I'm going to take you on the journey. These phone books used to be so thick. Now this, I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to give you some insight of Sweet Teacup. You know, I guess because of the internet. Share your face so you. Well, today is your lucky day. Because before I get into the Fashion Nova situation, I'm going to tell you just a little story, give you a little more insight about Sweet Teacup. I grew up in the project, which was called Sugar Hill. You can Google it. Type in Duval, Florida, Sugar Hill. You're going to see where I grew up, baby. I stayed in the court, blocked a home made out of cement, and it was painted all different colors. Listen, we learn our colors by the color of your building. We learn our ABCs because I stayed in court H. And it went from court A all the way, I believe, to Court N. You didn't go all the way through the alphabets, but you definitely learn your ABCs through N. Now, in Sugar Hill, you got a free phone. And like I said, the free phone, it came in black. If you want another color, then you got to pay the extra money. I can't remember, you guys, because I was a kid. So I can't tell you how much it costs to go get a phone of your choice in another color. But you had to go downtown and go to Southern Bell and get it. And you had to wait in a long line. Now, my mama was a single mother, and she raised 4 kids. Listen, if they gave us black, that's the phone we going to keep. I don't know that if you live in another side of town, if they got a black phone too. Don't make me lie. I can't tell you. I can only tell you what we receive in Sugar Hill. And all of us, if you got a free phone, it came in black. So, one of my mama friends, wait, back to the phone book. We got these big, thick behind phone book. You guys, I can't lie to you. They were so thick. Think of a textbook, like an algebra book when you was in school, a math book. And you know how thick they be? Take almost 3 of those and stack them on top of each other. That's what the phone book used to look like, because Jacksonville, Duval County is a big land, and there was thousands and millions of us that lived there. So you had this phone book. Half of the book was white pages, and the other half was yellow pages. The yellow pages had the business, like if you want to find a store or a company, and the white pages had everybody's phone number. And back then, everybody would listen in the phone book. Back then in the 60s, good morning, everybody was in the phone book. They didn't have it back then in the 60s where you can block and you can opt out not to have your number. I think that came along like in the 80s. But back then, everybody was in the phone book. If you had a phone number, you was in the phone book. And I remember them phone book was so thick, we used to use them to kill roaches. Yeah, I grew up with roaches. I'm scared as heck of roaches now, but baby, when I was little, stop playing with me. Honey, we used to torment roaches. I think roaches tried to avoid coming into our Black Home apartment, because baby, we was having a field day with them. Honey, I had an Easy Bake oven, and honey, I used to be frying them on my Easy Bake. I ain't gonna lie to you. I used to turn on my Easy Bake, plug it up, let it get hot, catch the roaches, and be like, I wonder what would happen if I put them on my Easy Bake. Now, I didn't eat them. I didn't cook it. I leave that to a booger mama. But we used to torment them. Listen, we didn't want to live with a bunch of roaches, so we had to get rid of them. We used to put the sink full of water, and then we used to throw them in the water and see who could swim. Listen, we was a piece of work as children. And I had a godmother. Listen, I had several godmothers, but I remember this one godmother. She took me to the movie to see Scream, Blackula, Scream, baby. If you don't know nothing about that, that's your homework. Look at the movie called Scream. No, it's called Blackula. The part 2 is called Scream, Blackula, Scream. But look at part 1. Mama Walty, baby. Dracula had nothing on him. Listen, I used to then be scared of vampires until I seen a black man portray one. But baby, Monty Walty put it on me. But anyway, I remember, she's my godmama. She took me to the movie theater. Florida Theater. It was called Downtown. You can Google it and see how old it is. The Florida Theater. And she took me to go see that movie. But after we got back from the movie, and she stayed in these 3 stories back then in the 60s and 70s in Jacksonville and Duval, Florida, they had a lot of wooden buildings. You know, other than concrete, I think we was the only one that had concrete, any type of government apartment. They didn't come wood and all this fancy stuff they got now. No, baby. You can look at government apartments now, and you don't even know they're government until you know the playground and a bunch of kids. That's how you can pick out. When you're trying to pick an apartment, I'm just saying, if you don't want to, you don't have kids and you want to live without babysitting other people's kids, don't get an apartment that got a park. That's a red flag. And I ain't got nothing against it, because I grew up in the project. And I turned out A-okay. But like I say, she had this big old phone book, and by the time we got back into her, she stayed in the, I don't know, I think they called it back then the rooming house. It was a 3-story building. It was all wood. And, I think she was like on the 2nd floor or whatever. So you had this big old room, but everybody shared the bathroom, which I thought that was weird, but I was a kid. I didn't know. All I know, if I had to use the bathroom, she would take me to the bathroom. Because I ain't finna go no bathroom by myself. I was a kid. But I remember it was a rat that came out, mice, rat, whatever. I see a rat because it was pretty big. And it came out, and she took it from, listen, I'm scared, she's scared, but I remember she took that big old phone book and she threw it over that rat, baby. She smashed the mess out of that rat. I remember when we woke up that next morning, the thing was still stuck to the bottom of the phone book. I can't lie to you. But anyway, like I said, that's the kind of phone we had back then. But back to the first story I was telling you. My mama had a friend, and she was a good friend of my mom, and she had all boys. I was always raised up around boys. I was the only girl, and I had 3 brothers, and she had all boys. So because she was my mama friend, and she had all boys, so they became my friend too. So that's why I'm very much of a tomboy. That's why I have such a loud voice. I had to talk over a lot of people to be heard. But she used to call, and I answered the phone, hello, and she used to say, where your mammy at? Put your mammy on the phone. You guys, I remember that so well. So if I say to you, ask your mammy, don't be offended. Listen, it just came with my upbringing. I mean no disrespect. But like I said, you guys, bite to my goddaughter on the Fashion Nova. I gave you a little story time. Bite to my goddaughter, a Fashion Nova queen. Shout out to my goddaughter, Big Royalty. If you don't know Royalty, she has a channel. Like I say, she don't need me to promote her. And baby, all I can say, honey, baby, she be wearing them outfits. She did a video, a short the other day where she had this beautiful, both of the dresses was green. And it was island. She did island wear. Honey, she was wearing them dresses. Baby stuck to her like glue. And so pretty. I'm so proud of her. Like I say, babe, she can make a box of crayon look good, honey. She done wore just about every color I know. I bet you, another thing growing up that I learned, and definitely has been an educator working with the school board for over 28 years, they always like to avoid the color gray because they say the color gray could be depressing. And that's another thing. You can Google. Like I said, when you come to my tea, I'm going to always give you something you can take it back. The color gray can be very depressing. Now, I bet you Royalty probably could wear a gray dress and make it look good. But like I said, you guys, thank you. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, like the video, join membership. I have membership as low as $1.99. I believe I need 4 more members so that I could drop my crayon box, Royal crayon box emoji. But like I say, Royalty could wear any color on her Fashion Nova and make a color look amazing. I'm so proud of her for her having that brand deal with Fashion Nova. Let's just hope, allegedly, that Rihanna ain't caught up in this P. Diddy situation. Let's just hope that Rihanna ain't one of these people caught in this situation, because I do love me some Rihanna. But like I say, shout out to Royalty. Shout out to all 5 of my god grandkids. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this story time. If you enjoyed it, leave it in my chat, because like I say, I have a lot of story time. But like I say, I love you guys. And like I say, make sure you go support any single mother that's living her life, has a wonderful single mother, has my goddaughter, mean that she has never abandoned her kids. Don't be like a booger eating mama. She never abandoned her kids. She support them. She's standing on her own 2 toes. 10 toes, not 2. And taking care of the kids. The kids are doing great. I mean, listen, the kids got to know how to count 1 to 3. Make sure you support them, you guys. Show them some love. I love you guys, and thank you for coming to my channel. Talk to you later.